Hello Hoopers, today I'll be teaching you the behind the back vertical elbow pass, which looks like this. The way this is done is you're going to start hand hooping forwards. Now you want to make sure you have a nice, clean, even plane, because if you have wobbles in your hoop, then it's not going to work when you attempt to do the move. So make sure you have a nice, clean, even plane, no wobbles, nothing like that. Make sure you're going nice and flat and straight, not crooked. And when you feel ready, on the upswing, because everything this move is done on the upswing, you're going to put your elbow through it. Now, you're not going to grab your hoop or anything. You're just going to kind of let your elbow go through it. And what helps is to kind of think of it almost collapsing. You're just going to want to, bloom. Just want it just to fall right in. So, as you come from hand hooping into your elbow hooping, you're going to want to also stay there for just a second to get yourself nice and comfortable for the first few tries. So just get comfortable here. Then when you feel ready, you're not going to move your elbow to the back, because if you do that, then you're just going to shoot your hoop right off and break something like a lamp in my history. But what you're going to want to do is, instead of moving your elbow back, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to turn your body. That turning of the body will allow you to keep your elbow as straight as possible and not even really affect the hoop. So if you can just turn your body with moving your elbow as little as possible, then that'll put your hoop behind you with as little jostling as possible. So once you get comfortable hooping at the elbow here, you're going to want to give it the turn. Then you're going to want to stay here for a little bit for your first few tries to just kind of get used to the feeling. Just kind of get used to how that goes. Get this feeling. You're going to want to get this feeling. And just make sure that you're comfortable with it. So that's kind of a big thing when learning new tricks, making sure that you're comfortable with all the parts. So when you get here to where your back is to your hoop and you get comfortable with hooping, then it's time to make the pass. The way this is done is on the upswing of your hoop. So when it's around here and it comes up, you're going to want to push your other elbow back here. So then on the upswing, it's going to connect with this elbow here. And once it makes that connection, then you're going to retract this elbow forward to kind of get it out of the way so you don't go around both. Because if you end up going around both elbows, then you get kind of a square shape here, and that will freak your hoop out and make it fly off. So you're going to want to make contact with your other elbow, retract the first one. So once you've made the pass, then you're going to, again, keep hooping there, make sure you're comfortable with that, and then when you're ready to take your hoop off, you're going to want to, on the upswing, you're going to want to grab your hoop and pull it off. So, finished product looks like this. Some trouble spots I see hoopers run into are two main things. Number one is their butt. When they get it so that they're hooping behind them, every time the first thing new hoopers do is they hit themselves in the butt, and then that dislocates their hoop and it goes right up. So you're going to want to tuck your butt in. Make sure you have enough space for it to hoop right on past. The second thing is that when you're hooping up the elbow, you're going to want to scrunch your arm up to make it as small as possible and therefore as circular as possible. Well, as circular as an elbow gets, but make it as circular as possible, because if you're doing it at an angle, so you get your 45, 90 degree angle in through here, then you get that square peg round hole thing going on, and that's really going to jostle your hoop and make it wobble and fall off, or get it dislocated and go at an angle where it's just going to hit you or eventually fly off. So make sure that you tuck your arm in, tuck your butt in, and have a good time. So that is the vertical behind the back elbow pass.